I'm trying to be upbeat. It's kind of tough, especially when I'm also really sleepy. What time is it? It's almost 2 a.m. All right, let's go over our leader, not Wemby, but our other leader, Chris Paul. All right, what do you have to say for yourself for this awful loss? It's all your fault. Obviously, it isn't, but
we're figuring it out. Both of us didn't play with so many preseason games. You guys has been around a long time, know that preseason is a lot shorter. Training camp.
And it was even more short because Wemby played like 2 of them.
It used to be a month long, right? So we sort of figuring it out as we go. The league changes, traditional bigs, switching 1 through 5. He never played with probably a guard like me, you know what I mean, who's constantly, doing different things.
I'm not drunk. I'm just sleepy. I'm tired.
So I've never played for a center that I set screens for. You know what I mean? So it's different. Yeah, I don't know. I think one of our coaches told me today that we're 3rd in defense right now. We were before this game.
Oh man, that's probably gone. And we're probably like 5th now.
I think the first thing going into a locker room like ours is just making sure the guys believe that we can be really good. I tell them all the time because they're such great guys, but I can't fathom 22 wins, right? And so when you go through things like that.
Sheeps. Yeah, I should just go to sleep. Honestly, I should just play this and go to sleep like Hassan Piker. I like Hassan Piker, by the way, but he will just like not react to something. I guess because he's live streaming like all day. I don't know. All right, let's keep going.
Where these guys work hard and practice and try every day and, don't see the wins, that stuff can get pretty routine where you just like, it's never enough. And so we're gonna keep building and make sure they know that going into every game, we can win. And they see it because of how we started out.
And let me be positive too, by the way. I mean, I know that was really negative even on that last segment about the game, but honestly, I'm disappointed, okay? This is not a game where I'm like angry or like, I guess I am frustrated, but I'm not like pissed off or worried or anything like that. I'm just kind of disappointed in them because I think that, look, you're up 40-14, man. Like, I fully expected the Clippers to chip away. I fully expect them, but I did not expect to happen in the next quarter. We blew that lead. I didn't expect to happen in the next quarter. But that's the thing, that's how important Sohan is, number 1. And number 2, it's just being young, I guess. We would have hoped that, Wemby would have been good enough to kind of keep us in that thing, but he just wasn't. 9 for 22. He didn't have that great of a game, even though his stats show freak it. I mean, any other player that's like a perfect game, like 24 points, 9 blocks, 13 rebounds. I mean, that's amazing. But for Wemby, in this game, contextually, it wasn't a good game. It just wasn't. Very sloppy. So.
Yeah, the first thing I say in any of these situations you go into, you got to show guys that you can hoop. I don't go in there trying to be nobody's coach, nobody's daddy, none of that. First and foremost, I hoop. You know what I mean? And so you have to ask them guys what it's like. Seriously, like you can't tell somebody, they want to see it. Like the younger generation, like a lot of them, Vic even said he don't remember me from New Orleans. He only saw me play when I was with the Clippers, and I don't know how old he was. So all that, what they used to do, what they do, they want to see what you do now, right? So that's why I train and I work the way that I work, because you can tell them all you want to tell them, but they want to see it. So any advice to anybody is you better show them what you can do if you're going to try to teach them something.
That's a good point. And that's why it's really important to have him on the court because, it's not just being able to tell. That's where everybody was like, oh, he'll just be a coach. That's not good enough. We have that. We have the greatest coach to ever walk this earth, right? Like that's not good enough. You got to have guys that are on the court that can teach you in real time and demonstrate what you need to do. And that's what Chris Paul is. It's not good enough just to be like, oh, he could be a coach. We already have the greatest one of all time. Role model. We have a lot of good role models too. That's not good enough. Role models aren't good enough. You have David Robinson around the team 24/7. You got Tim Duncan around the team 24/7. You got Manu around the team 24/7. You got Popovich around the team. Even the players in themselves are good role models. The young ones are good role models. As we know them, if something changes, something changes. But I think Sohan is a good role model. I think Wemby's a good role model. It doesn't really matter. In-game role model? Well, yeah. I would say more so in-game coach. But yeah, sure. That's cool. CP3 is like Manu, coach on the floor. Yeah, exactly. Guys, Manu Ginobili is the only player that I literally cried watching play. That never happened before. He's literally the only one. I think it was his last season with us in the playoffs against the Warriors. I think game 3, or was it game 4? I think it was game 4 to stop us from being eliminated. And, his stats didn't look that impressive, but he really showed out. And I remember people cheering him on, like, Manu. I just started crying. I don't know. That was weird. Have you guys ever cried watching a basketball game? That's literally the only one. I didn't even cry when we won the 2014 finals. It was that. That was crazy. He's still dunking at 47. Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy. Ew, no. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It is what it is. Emotional ad claim. Well, hey, I'll be honest. I started crying. It was crazy. I have, bro, to be honest. Oh, okay. I'm a man. I don't cry. You're so full of it.
So once you accept that,
that's not. Oh gosh, I got hiccups. If you're saying that unironically, that's not healthy, man.
That you have to show up every day, right? It's not about what you did in the last game, what you did last year. You got to show up every day.
No. Yeah. Shout out to Spurs Report. Is there no more? Why is this video so long? Huh. Shout out to Spurs Reporter for posting that. Crying, shaking my head. You're so funny. I cry when my team blows a 26-point lead. That is a good reason to cry. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, it literally was. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this game. I mean, obviously I can't show it, but Spurs versus Warriors game 4/20. Oh gosh, guys. When did Manu retire? Was it this one? 2019? It says March. Will we have been in the playoffs in March? Or the playoffs start in April? Can't remember. At least we're not on an 18-game losing streak yet. Oh, no. The Spurs are much better than they were last season. Don't worry about that. Let's see, we got DeMar DeRozan. Was DeMar DeRozan on it? Okay. Manu retired in 2018 then? It must have been 2018. I kind of want to look over this just because 2018. Let's see. All right, I think it was this game. Yeah, it was this game. It was exactly this game. Manu Ginobili, 16 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. But from what I remember, hold on, we're going to go down memory lane. Let's see. This might be revisionist history, so I might look really bad right here. But I remember the game ending with Manu just going off. All right, Manu hits a free throw. Yeah, see how close it is? 86-89. Manu hits a free throw, makes a second free throw, makes a three-pointer. He misses a jump shot, made a 2-point shot, made a three-pointer. Yeah, this was a big deal. And he got fouled on one of these, and that's when people started cheering his name. Ah, man. It wasn't at the end. Maybe it was those 2 free throws early on. It was huge, man. It was an energy. It was a vibe. It was dope. That was really cool. Yeah, and I teared up. He's my favorite player of all time, so yeah, I teared up. That's tough. All right, moving on.